Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Spartan Nation. We now head out to a young man that gave Tom Izzo an early Christmas present. He is one of the top point guards in America for the 2020 class, and man, is he a good one. There's very little he can't do. In fact, make sure you check out Sports Illustrated and Spartan Nation because we got a whole article on him. We got highlights on him. This young man is a wizard with the ball in his hands. And the thing that really amazes me, he's got a lot of Cassius Winston in him in that he's a great scorer, but he doesn't have a selfish bone in his body, and that's what makes him a true superstar. His name is AJ Hoggard, and he's from West Virginia's Huntington Prep. AJ, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Now, I got to tell you, Cassius Winston is the preseason player of the year in all of college basketball. And for me to say you remind me a lot of him, that's a heck of a compliment, isn't it?
Man, heck of an accomplishment. It's an understatement. Huge accomplishment. Huge comparison, I would say. My fault. Huge comparison.
AJ, you do a lot of things right, so let's start right there. Let's start, first of all, with your the way you distribute the basketball. You know, Tom Izzo's constantly harping on the fact it's one thing to make the right pass. It's another thing to get the pass in the right place. You seem to get the ball where guys can get it up quick. Is that something you've had to work on, or is that just a God-given talent to you?
I would say God-given talent, but when I was younger, my dad just always told me to pass the ball ahead to the open person. So I always had that mindset of if the guy's open, get him the ball. So that's just, along with my God-given talent, just made me who I am today.
AJ, when I compare you to Cassius, you can distribute the ball like he can, but man, you can put a lot of points up quick. Have you had to work on your shot, or again, is that another thing that just came natural, God-given?
I had to work on it. My dad could shoot, so it kind of was a little bit God-given, but I had to put in the time and the work on getting it consistent. I still have a long way to go with it, but I had to put work in to get it where it is now.
AJ, another thing I really like with you, and I now listen, I'm not putting too much pressure on you. I don't think you're Cassius where Cassius is today. But when I look at you coming out of high school, another area that you remind me a lot of, I think you're a little bit better than where he was coming out of high school, is he didn't necessarily attack the rim as much as you. You can fly, and you're not afraid to attack the rim, are you?
No.
All right, talk about that because there's a lot of big guys down there, and, man, you're not afraid to go after any of them.
Just being aggressive, having an aggressive mindset is going to balance the game. But once you get going, you want to make you shoot. If you're a capable shooter, then you're going to have to keep a more balanced your shot and your aggressive driving. So this plays a part, helps me get going, helps me free guys up. So it just helps out. Pretty much helps out everybody on the court if I'm being in attack mode.
That's a really good point. AJ, I'm curious, defensive side of the ball, what do you think about your defensive commitment?
I would say I'm a good on-ball defender. I would say I need to get better at the off-ball side, like not falling asleep sometimes or just staying locked in for the whole possession. Is a place where I can get better at, but on-ball, I would say I'm a good defender.
AJ, you're such a good player and you play on such good teams. With your youth, you're still young. Is part of that simply, when you're blowing a team out, is it hard to stay locked in all the time?
Yeah, but it's something that's an area you got to work on, just playing hard the whole time and not playing hard in spurts. Like, even when you're up by 30, 40, 20, whatever the case is, you still need to play hard because if you're not, you're not getting nothing out of it but a win. You're not getting better. You're just being complacent if you're not playing hard the whole time.
That's a great point. AJ, the other thing I wanted to really dig in on you with, Michigan State has an amazing list of former point guards. You know about Magic Johnson. You know about Martin Cleaves and Drew Neitzel, Cassius Winston. There's so many great point guards in Michigan State's history. Did that have to enter into your thinking in the recruiting process?
Of of course, I want to be the next great one. So that definitely played a part in his development with point guards over the years of the guys you said. Besides that, he's after the guys he coached has been great. And I've seen it growing up. Before I was on Michigan State, I'd seen what he's been doing for his guards and everything like that. So that was thrilling and something I wanted to be a part of.
A.J. Hoggard is Tom Izzo's latest present. I mean, Christmas came early in East Lansing when this young man became a Spartan. A.J., the day you picked to announce was a big day in your family. Can you talk about why it was a special day?
October 6th was a special day because it was my grandmother's birthday, and she was just a huge part of my family, a huge part to me. One of my closest friends when she was still on earth. So that just was very important for me. I wanted to include her in my decision. I wanted to give it to her on her day. So that's just the one I wanted to do.
That's awesome.
And, yeah.
AJ, do you know Miles Bridges?
Yes, I know Miles Bridges.
How much did it help knowing him and so he could prepare you for what Michigan State was like?
It was good. He was just talking to me about things Coach Izzo was going to expect, things I need to do coming in, things I need to know. Just little pointers of being an alumni that can help me get a step ahead when I get there and let me know the expectations I'm going to have when I step on campus.
AJ, I want to ask you, how many times have you been on campus?
I've been on campus once.
Okay, so tell me about the visit. What did you think of the Breslin Center? What did you think of the facilities? Will you walk us through it all, please?
The facilities were high level, of course. Culture was high. Just the family culture was high. Everything about it was just great, from the players, from the staff, all the way down to the facilities.
Obviously, Tom Izzo recruited you hard. He wanted you, but the other coaches did as well. Let me ask you your thoughts on them. What did you think of Dane Fife?
Say that again? I didn't laugh for it.
I'm sorry. Obviously, Tom Izzo recruited you hard, but so did the other coaches. What did you think of Dane Fife?
Dane didn't really recruit me that much. It was really Coach Garland and Coach DJ. But when I got on campus, Coach Fife was pretty persistent. He was cool, outgoing guy. We had a good time with him. I actually, honestly, had a little ongoing joke. So it was cool. He expressed to me how much they wanted me, and it was just cool from there.
What did you think of Mike Garland? They call him OG. I call him the Bishop because when he dresses up on game day, he dresses like T.D. Jakes. What did you think of the Bishop, Mike Garland?
He was really cool. He was really cool. Fun guy. He was outgoing. He kept it real with me. Told me everything I wanted to hear. Told me everything I didn't want to hear too, as in the development piece. So he just kept it real with me, and I just appreciated that.
Finally, let's ask you about DJ Dwayne Stevens. Your thoughts on DJ?
DJ is the guy who got the ball rolling, so couldn't thank him enough. But pretty much all kept it real with me. Just kept it real with me and told me what it was from day on.
I'm curious, AJ, did you get to spend some time with Cassius? You're not going to get to play with him, but he's a guy whose shoes you're going to get a chance to fill. What did Cassius have to say to you?
When we were out, me and Cassius first met, we were out Nike City Academy, so me and Cassius were just talking. I wasn't really committed or anything yet, but they recruited me, and he was just talking to me about everything to expect, kind of like to me as Miles. And he's telling me, if you were to come here, keep your hard hat on and just play hard, get your all every day. So he's really good talk for me with me making my decision and just helping me out and giving me pointers.
AJ, what does it mean to you now to be a Spartan?
It means a lot. It goes to show how much my hard work has been paying off to play for a university like that and to play for a Hall of Fame coach like Tom Izzo. It's a blessing. I couldn't thank God enough.
AJ, last question for me, and I'll get you out of here. But one thing I'm sure Grandma would be very proud of is you are really doing good in the classroom. That's become really important to you, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. That's one of the biggest parts of me and my family is doing well in the classroom. So that's just big on our side.
Awesome. I'll tell you, folks, his name is A.J. Hoggard. He is a terrific point guard from Michigan State in the 2020 class. He now is obviously joined with some other great talent in that class that makes this going to be just a very special group of young people that you're not going to want to miss, and man, are you going to love watching them at Michigan State. Again, A.J. Hoggard, don't forget the name. You are listening to the Spartan Nation Radio Network. We'll be back right after this.